Yeah, there we go. Alright. And it looks like we're doing good, so... Hello. Welcome to the witching hour. I'm tired. I had to wait for this guy to download, because I saw it came out recently, just today, apparently. It didn't come out just today. Sorry. It came out recently, and I had just saw that today. And hey, this game is... I played a bit of Pathologic 2 at one point. And I got through like 2 days of it. With a lot of struggle. But, I do need to go back and just play through it at some point. Like, full commit to a playthrough of it. But... The capital. The bachelor returned in disgrace after the step town perished. That's fun.
I think you ought to reread your own early work, Chief. Assuming you wrote them yourself.
It's me there already.
What's
going on outside? No, I believe that was summoned because of the sand plague. They fear the epidemic might have already spread here, to the capital. So you're the doctor first discovered this deadly epidemic. This, dirt disease. Is it true it killed off a whole step town in a week? 25,000 dead. Listen to me. All of this is just hearsay. Please leave our director alone. He has some important work to do. And you, Chief, should hurry off now. Your appointment is at 8. Oh, answer me this since you're the one in charge. Is it true or not? You said this disease was already in the capital? I never said I never said that. I said they believe the epidemic might have already spread here. That is what I said. And the bureaucrats are usually wrong. This is going to be a trippy one. Much like the other Pathologic games. In which the bachelor says farewell to hopes and tries to flee the doomed step town. You can go no further. Quarantine. I'm so tired of running into obstacles that I created myself. I didn't recognize you at first glance. You've changed quite a bit after a week in our town. I'm Sava Kremenitz, number 72, last of the volunteer orderly score. Since you're here, consider this my resignation. The last volunteer, the last post, the last frontier. How quickly it all came to an end. You promised to save our town, but all you leave behind are ashes and graves. What lies ahead of you is not the step. Good carrying on, huh? But a fog of uncertainty. So where will you go now, old man who lost the ground? On returns to the capital. They're shutting down Fanatica, my lab. And the Academy must hear of this dreadful disease. People whisper rumors that the only doctor in town plans to abandon them, to flee. The most fortunate survivors already planned their own escapes. Could they be saved? Yes. I'll take them to the capital. I need witnesses. Can save them with medicine, so I will by other means. Each decision leads to regret the next day. Each step the abyss. How can one sleep after that? My nightmares are a personal matter. Nightmares multiply in darkness. It's their nutrient medium. It's like blood for a plant. I'm not afraid of nightmares. Reality is much more horrific. The light of salvation burns and then fades. Like hope. Like someone's life on a hospital bed. Do you think you'll manage to escape? Excuse me. She already follows you, trying to reach you. She won't just let you leave. Death? You're a fool, Bachelor Dinkovsky. Conscience. Of course it's conscience. You can't run from your conscience, not even on a train. No, you'd be lucky to even board that train alive. And what form your conscience assumes, that is on you and your broken imagination. No time to wax philosophical. The fog thickens, the bonfires fade, and I still seek a train. Apparently, one with escapees. Come back where you came from, Doctor. Try to become your old self again. Just don't forget the matches. Thank you, 72. If it's really you, for your volunteer service. You too did all you could. Oofda. Okay. Shit. I'm going to be ill. The stench. Out. Out. Okay. The day before, in which the Bachelor leaves the capital to venture to the edge of the world. Yeah, those people over there. We are dying every minute of our lives. I have challenged this unfortunate phenomenon. An undoubtedly surmountable phenomenon. hands. All they want is to stomp someone's face into the ground. Made great progress in calculations of human life, but failed to calculate a course in academia that would be acceptable for the powers that be.
They'll go to any lengths, Chief, but our lengths are longer.
Do you hear those peculiar footsteps on the stairs? Ominous footsteps. I think they're coming for us. If they catch you here, there's no telling what will happen. You could even be arrested.
We're running terribly low on mice, and the mice themselves are a little feeble, lacking in enthusiasm.
Shall I continue? The ruling goes on. Your Thanatica, the nation's only laboratory specializing in novel life extension techniques, comes across as a pseudo-scientific wild goose chase. This so-called effective or mortality project. It'll be a query based on our results. The Academy's Special Commission, which, as you know, Karlovich is on. They'll wipe the floor with your Karlovich, and he'll just throw up his hands, like he did with the immunology affair last year. He's not going out on a limb for you. Wasn't it him in July going around here saying he was disappointed? Or do I have him mixed up with someone? It happens when you're tired. Karlovich will help me if I present clear evidence. Oh, but there's more. Has, according to a number of scientists including Voronin, Zegler, and Vilonovich, achieved significant breakthroughs. We see this part. There. In view of the Academic Council deeming it to lack any prospects whatsoever, the only rational course of action would be to suspend the research, transfer the laboratory to the purview of the Chemistry Institute, and dismiss its staff. I can recite it from memory by now. Perhaps you could retell it in verse, Platon. It would calm you down and put things in broader perspective. I won't let them. It's my life's work. I don't know to what extent you two might say the same. Actually, there's still hope, Bachelor. If we present them that immortal man from the Central Staff. What was his name? Shine? Ivan? Kane. Simon Kane. No time, colleagues. No time. They're already climbing the stairs. Dimkovsky, you need to run. There'll be no commission while you're gone. Install the proceedings. Go and fetch us an immortal. Right away. We'll tell them you're away on a trip. For once, the red tape will play into our hands. We'll stall. Reports, audits, you name it. Appeal if all else fails. But if they find you, they'll convene and force us to testify, and we won't be able to wriggle out of it. I agree. If you leave before you're handed the ruling, it's their fault for missing you. But if you wait until afterwards, that's obstruction. They won't miss a chance to hold it against you. They'll use whatever pretext they can. What about you two? What do they want with us? You're the big name scientist, so act like it. You're the one they need. And that shiny person's just who you need. Kane. Oh, for God's sake, Clayton, shall we toss him out the window? That's it, they're here. Hear those voices? Must be deciding whose head is hard enough to batter on the door with. Get out. The eastbound train departs at 4:15. You can make it right on time. Thank you. I won't let us down. Oh wait, one last thing. Have a look at this while you're on your way. You've been promising to for 3 months already, but you never found the time. It's a tool for studying tuberculosis. The air humidity thing, remember? Kaufman, Gorski, Einstein. How does it work? There's no time. Take their papers and read them on your way. We have more pressing issues right now. Case in point, when is the report S104 coming in? You know, the cytological Is he trying to be funny or what? Get out, Chief. Use the back door and don't come back with that. You're immortal. Good luck. Thank you.
Enough? No, not enough.
Just
Never
one more
enough.
One more? What might it be? Take care of yourself, Chief. You're so reckless. Head always in the clouds. You don't really know how to fend for yourself, do you? Do you even care about yourself? As if you were any different, Seraphima. We're all doomed without you. Come on. It'll be alright. Enough of this. Are you armed? I don't kill, I prolong life. You might have forgotten. This is what our calling is. Danil, are you armed? Seraphima, do you really believe this step is such a wild country? Please, just take it with you. It will come in handy. Best I can do is point it at someone and pretend it's loaded. Might not work on the bears, though. Well, at least point it then. You can be very persuasive sometimes, Chief. Best of luck to you and Platon, Seraphima. Okay, cool. I was just curious. He doesn't look like that in real life. He doesn't even have his hair cut.
Freeze!
Okay, new gameplay. Just seeing.
I'm Danil Denkovsky, Bachelor of Medicine. My research into the limits of human life has brought me renown. I've devoted all my energy and remarkable intellect to combating the greatest fear that binds humanity, the inevitability of imminent death. Seeking proof of my theories, I traveled to a small, steep town to examine a person of phenomenal longevity, Simon Kane. But I walked into a trap. The moment I arrived there, an unknown disease struck the town. It devoured the town like a wildfire. Its contagion and lethality surpassed anything humanity had ever faced. And I became the only doctor standing in the way of this unprecedented pestilence.
Reverence for hierarchy, idolatrous veneration, and other useful life skills.
Let's go back to your testimony, Bachelor Denkovsky. Right, my testimony. Let's try to remain level-headed. The ministerial inspection of your lab, Thanatica, began in early September. Your presence was required at all times. Instead, you dashed off across the country to a backwater town to bring back what might be described as a person with unique longevity. Or at least the results of his medical evaluation. Yes. This town had an outbreak of some fever the scientific community had no knowledge of. As luck would have it, you were the only medical professional at the site of the event. You were forced to remain there, since leaving was impossible. You led the effort to combat the epidemic, and evidently took on some field research as well. Accurate so far? Accurate so far. You did not succeed. A complete failure. It goes without saying that one would be foolish to fault a medical specialist in a situation like yours. The remoteness, the lack of communication, the hostile environment. Terrible conditions for scientific work. What doctor could have possibly succeeded in those? No one blames you. Precisely. No equipment. Incompetent aides. Zero authority. Given I'm not an epidemiologist, I did the best I could. Precisely. No equipment. Incompetent aides. Zero authority. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. And the best you could do, if I understand correctly, was nothing. Circumstance tied your hands, so you did nothing. Besides that ordinance from last year. What? That's better. Tell me, if you'd be so kind, what causes your suspicious unease? I wouldn't assume a guilty conscience. I suppose we can't rule out a setup. Too many coincidences. That letter about Simon lures me to the town. No one shows me Simon. The whole place locks down, trapping me. And while I'm left to die, Thanatica is destroyed just before a scientific breakthrough. My final hours are spent studying in the sand past. Crafty, I must admit. So my understanding of the Bachelor is that he is this. Exactly, he is just this. He's a little bit of this too, though, if you take him a certain direction. From my understanding. He's a little bit of everything, honestly, here. But the main ones that people would focus on are these two. Looking at you from the outside, what I see is a paranoid man. An egocentrical one at that. What do you want to know? What could I have done? Alright, my first idea was quarantine. I needed time to study the disease, so I isolated patients in their homes. No, I isolated entire districts. I tried to get at least a day ahead of it. It was spreading too swiftly. And of course, I ensured no one could leave the town. And the steps you took only shortened the lifespan of the settlement. Ah, you referred to the popular discontent. Didn't need love from them, only discipline. A difficult surgery can't be performed on a resisting patient. That's why patients get tied up, held down, or anesthetized. Every step I took was justified, or the town wouldn't have lasted those 7 days. You spent 12 days in the Gorkan area. I have my file on the desk here. You familiarized yourself with it, correct? Ah. Mind map. Important events happen every day. Select the day and recall what transpired. No Simon Kane. Hope. Settle in Stillwater. Ava. The polyhedron is closed. Could I do that for the Thanatica? No Simon Kane. Chaos and panic. The trap. Do immortals die? Only if you come to visit them, Dinkovsky. And yeah, we can run through all of them. But
It's not the content of an answer that matters, but reaction time. Please respond quickly.
Well, why are you looking at me like that? As if you're seeing this for the first time. No, not the first time. You showed me 2 hours ago, at the start of our conversation. Alright, let's look at the 5th day. Remember when you seemingly admitted the vaccine was possible? You had volunteers brought to you and inoculated them with sandpest. Are you still with me, Dinkovsky? Look me in the eye. Are you here? I am here, but I'm certainly not with you. Whose testimony did you base this on? Who slanders my name? Calm your nerves. The very reason you're sitting here is that we may find the truth, isn't it? I won't be intimidated. I'm a doctor, a scientist. Do you hear me? I've come back from a hell the phantasms of a nightmare could never portray. I work there as a doctor. Do you understand? A doctor. Not an exterminator or inquisitor, not a police inspector or army commander. I am a medical professional. Number of people you've personally killed already puts you ahead of many in the army and police. Enough with that tone. Don't you grow tired of it yourself? Put this on the record. That backwater didn't have a hospital. Understand? It did not have a hospital. But it did have a theater. So I repurposed it somewhat into a hospital. I studied patients there. Creating a vaccine was the priority. That's what I did. I vaccinated people. You did that each day. Every day. Creating a vaccine is as simple as brewing a cup of tea. The disease mutated fast. The scientific community had never seen anything like it. I had to create a vaccine every day. Do you understand? A new one each time. All the while I had no equipment, no lab. I had to improvise new methods in matters of minutes. Hospital. You know what? I believe you. But I need more details. Facts. Tick. Complete Act 1. Fifth day in town. 3rd one at the hospital. The plague runs rampant. I still hope to find a vaccine, but for now, only the quarantine protects people. Signor, you're here. Upon the stage once more. The man who made a hospital out of the theater will have eyes on him aplenty. Do you know the orderlies behind your back are whispering? I don't care about the gossip, so long as it doesn't distract the orderlies from their duties. Your servants will be fine, Signor. Will you? They say you have a seesaw in your hand. They picture you a man atop a board, atop a barrel, gun in hand, aiming as you roll and teeter to and fro. A seesaw inside my hand. Maybe the rumors have a little truth to them. Extreme, Signor. Extremes can kill you dead. One moment mired in apathy, the next in mania, trying to do everything at once. You're caught between your pounding heart and your two hesitating feet. A man of impulse, yet sometimes paralyzed. That there is your seesaw. Fair enough criticism, but how else could I be? As we stand here in the old theater, let me then play the doctor and prescribe balance, the golden mean. Though you may yet be swept to Scylla or to Charybdis. And even now, what do you feel? As soon as you approach the sick, indifference and gloom begin to burden you. You're exaggerating again. If I were really so depressed as to be catatonic, I wouldn't even have started this conversation. With me you would, for I am but a player, a figment only of your mind. Indeed, Signor. You hardly speak when your heart races, or when your mind has gone too quiet. Is it really that noticeable? The strongest treatment is right here. The same we use to numb the hopeless sick. These drugs may work for you as well, but mind that as you take them, you become accustomed to them, and you'll need more and more each time. I am perfectly aware of that, but there are other ways as well. A drink and a smoke, perhaps. Things you may not expect can stabilize you. To warm yourself by the fire or wash yourself in cool water. Even kicking a trash bin in frustration. You'll know what helps you best. You are a scientist, so experiment. Yes, I should be looking to keep myself together with the bare minimum. Can't afford to lose focus when dealing with patients. And yet it wouldn't hurt to take some pills with you. Who knows what madness lies ahead? Take something from the hospital supplies. Besides the other fronts you struggle on, there is the struggle with yourself, Signor. What could be harder? I remember, and I dread. They're just people in masks. Think you're seeing something terrifying, it's always just people in masks. They'd pass for a good chorus if this were a tragedy, but it's all vaudeville. Inventory? There we go. Exactly what we need. You know what? I'm gonna try just treat my patients. Can I kick a trash can? What are my stats like? Alright. Hold on, that's the horror specs. I guess I gotta use this.
Rewind.
Am I going mad already? Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, I see. So I don't use those. Jesus. Noted. Ah, there we go. Sava Kremenets, number 72. I'm an orderly on quarantine duty. What are your instructions? Right, Sava Kremenets. Here are your orders. Take a dozen trusted people with you. I'm reassigning you to the cemetery. Burials, cremations, and all that. You're dismissed. I'm here to raise a collective complaint, Doctor. These cloaks. They're very uncomfortable, sir. They make it hard to use your hands, and you can't see a damn thing through the mask. Talk about that. We have to burn them every night, because each time we get into an infected area... What can we do? There's nothing else we can use. But the town theater has a warehouse's worth of these costumes. Enough to last us a lifetime, given our current life expectancy. Alright. Tikaken, number 28. Started my shift at 10. What's our plan for today, Doctor? Out of the 780 vaccinated patients from the past 3 days, how many have died? Give me a second. 401. That's more than I thought. Been catching these alongs as you instructed. You know, the rare cases where they get infected but resist the sand pests for a long time. We've got 3 again for today, up there on the platform, the stage. I hope none of them are faking it. Yesterday, you lot brought in no less than a dozen enthusiastic pretenders. Okay.
Any choice is right, so
It's
long as it's willed.
Looks broken,
That's
madame.
the truth.
Ooh, the miniscope's broke. What did you want with it, Barack? Made any major advances on that vaccine, or you're a Zonian? Oinan. There we go. They say precision instruments help with that kind of thing. Let's not rehash the whole whose medicine works argument all over again. Or have you managed to create a serum from your herbal infusions yet? Eh, colleague? I haven't yet. But I figured out how to use them to boost people's immune response. Congratulations. I mean it. I've done the autopsies for you already. Number 1 and 3 had the gunk in their lungs. Number 2 had it in their bronchia. You're saying it's pulmonary now? I'm not saying it's anything. I do the cutting, you do the thinking, right? I have my own storyline where I'm going to do what I deem right. And you'll have only a small part to play. For your storyline, as you call it, you could spend your spare time working here. Though, honestly, I'd advise you to save those hours for sleep. That's the horror specs. Could it be yesterday's technique has proved to be the right one? As your assistant, it's my duty to inform you that among the recipients of yesterday's vaccine, there appears to be 0 mortality. As to say, no notifications so far. It's a real shame we can't put them under a proper observation in an isolation ward. It would have simplified things a lot. While you were away, I tried my hand at diagnosing, using your procedure. Did you? I'm intrigued. So I noted down the symptoms using your approach. Crossed off illnesses based on the principle of impossible combinations. but I didn't really get anywhere. You know, sometimes I try to think like you do. I give my best try at that, and do this just so I can understand you a little. Ha, funny me. I'm funny. And I fail every time. The way your heads work is a complete mystery to me. Do you have the anamnesis? Anamnesis? Anamnesis, there we go. You mean epicracies? Do you really think I'm someone who might get those two mixed up? Dear me, what a blockhead. All the choice words I've heard from you these past days, I don't think I deserved any of them. You're right. I'm sorry. I forgot myself for a moment. See, I'm awfully tired. Barely slept at all for 3 days now. Let me walk you through this once more. I'm all ears. Taking notes, actually. I'll say it again. Getting the patient's medical history, or amnesis, is your first priority. There are strictly 3 steps. Step 1, interviewing the patient. It always comes first. No matter how tongue-tied or confused they are, no matter how much they get wrong, the information is priceless. Even if they're straight up lying, it's still important. Just like if you were an investigator or a detective. Yes, you were somehow managing to learn useful things even from their lies, but I have no idea how. Step 2, the exam. This part requires your utmost attention. And when we take notes of anything suspicious, we do it in the context of what the patient has told us. Any trifling body detail, a scratch, bruise, a birthmark, might turn out to be important. Turn out to be important. Got it. And step 3, if required, a careful inspection of the surroundings the patient lived in. Especially when you feel they're being coy, evasive, hiding something. In a word, lying. Reticence is never without a reason. That's when it becomes a good idea to go and inspect their home. Talk to their neighbors and family. It always adds to the picture. Do you understand? Yes, I understand. Thank you. I'll show you. Observe and memorize. I won't be around forever. I'm healthy, just so you know. I don't have anything. That's for the autopsy to tell, my dear. Sorry. I meant to say examination. Look all you want, but I don't know what you're looking for. I look for sores on me myself. You couldn't find any, though. Did you have a reason to look for them? Did you suspect something? I had fever, that's why. 2 days of it, for no reason. But I'm better now. And I had no scratches on my skin. Scratchies on my skin. No yellowing, no sandpaper scratchies, no dry out of the mouth. What circumstances preceded this fear? Our house was cleared out after the infection came. People were sent wherever there was space. Comfort is a luxury right now. Some were lucky and ended up in an empty living room. Some got an attic or a cellar. Us, we were put in a boiler room. When we reached our street, they rounded up the whole caboodle, all of us, into the isolation ward. A boiler room, you say? Was it turned on? Of course. The air is so stuffy in there, I tell you. There was a silver lining. No sickness can survive that hellfire. Your sudden fever is easily explained, then. Alright. Physical exam. The patient must be examined, and their symptoms added to the casebook. Open the casebook, and this can also be done during the examination. Okay. Chest. I'll right-click to turn it. Very pale skin, rarely leaves her home. How much time in the sun? Open case book. 33. Married. Shopkeeper with the plague. Flank. Very pale skin though. Back. Not noticing any. Oh, hold on. Arms. Hematoma. Maybe she bumped into something. Maybe it's a symptom. I should ask where the bruises came from. Smoker. We can put skin redness. Go ahead and mark off the yellowing of the skin. And ulcers. Bleeding ulcers. Itchy. Well, actually, we can. Stone disease. I think that can be knocked off. Ichthyosis. I think that's like scaling. So we're gonna knock that off. I should ask where the bruise came from. Arms reverse. Nothing. Just the same rashing slash bruising. Okay. You are getting grayness around your toes, but that might just be from poor living conditions. Legs reverse. Not seeing anything here. Okay. You done with the exam, doctor? Can I go now? An examination with no questions asked can only happen at a morgue. I told you everything last time, but if you say so, you're the doctor. Allow me to call my assistant. Use your example to show him how to proceed during an appointment. You called Mr. Dinkowski? I'm here and I'm ready to heed. So, Mr. Little, we have a patient here. She's claiming to be in good health despite having a fever, having had a fever a few days ago. Do we take her word for it? Well, if she had a fever, there must be a reason for it, and we have to find it. Remember this, a patient's self-evaluation may be incorrect. That's why you must ask specific questions. About the symptoms, about what's come up during the exam, and about the patient's circumstances in daily life. I think I get it, in theory. God knows how it plays out in practice. I'll demonstrate. Observe and learn, Mr. Little. I won't be around forever. The patient is running a temperature, in other words, a fever. Open my casebook, look up fever, and tell me how many conditions is listed as his symptom of. Influenza, burning fever, consumption, measles, tularemia. Can't even read the one after that. An absolute tongue twister. Sheesh, there's so many of them. 8 diagnoses. 8 diagnoses fit the bill. It's a frequent system, which means you have to find others and narrow down the search. Then do it again and again, till you're left with just one verdict. This, Mr. Little, is what's known as a differential diagnosis. The name is self-explanatory. We differentiate between similar things to find the only correct solution to a problem. Can't wait to give the method a try. Let's get down to it then. You look pale, ma'am. Has your skin been like this since birth, or is this pallor recent? It's not like I get to look in the mirror a lot, living in a boiler room and all. But I don't think I've ever been pale. Rich do-nothings are pale. Me, I'm a commoner. So pallor isn't typical for you. We're marking that as a symptom. Mr. Little, add pallor to the fever in the record. What do we get? I'm here 2 conditions. Down from 8. It's like magic. A single symptom, pallor, eliminated 6 out of our 8 candidates. We're left with a choice of just 2. Where did this hematoma come from, my good lady? I mean the bruise over there, next to your wrist. Did you bump into something, or was there someone who batters you? Don't worry, there's nothing to be embarrassed of when seeing a doctor. I'm not embarrassed. A bruise? That's news to me. I've never seen it before. And I can't remember anything like what you're talking about. I certainly wasn't beat up. I must have bumped into something myself and forgotten about it in all the fuss. Boiler room's dark and cramped. It's probably where the bruise is from. Mr. Denkovsky, I'm seeing this hematoma, this fancy bruise on your list. Are you with us, Mr. Little? Pay attention. She doesn't remember how she got the bruise. She can only guess. The manual provides a more detailed description of the illness for a situation like this. What causes it, who's susceptible, etc. It can give us useful clues. I'm familiar with that. Susceptible means the high-risk groups, right? Practicing medicine takes more than checking symptoms against the lists without schoolboy's diligence. You have to bring your reasoning into it. Here's one way to do it. Tell me, my good lady, do you guard it? Ow, jaw. Oh, you ever do a pretty good yawn and your jaw pops? Goddamn. Do you grow anything? Anything at all. From roses to cucumbers. Cucumbers? Roses? I'm not following you at all now, Doctor. No, I've never liked digging and shoveling earth and all that. There. Earth. Does the boiler room you've been relocated to have an earthen floor by any chance? That's right. It does have an earthen floor. The boiler room isn't really suited for living in, but in these times, I'd be ungrateful to complain. How'd you guess, Doctor, about the earthen floor? Earth. There was something about earth in the manual. Wish I could remember where. It's simple. All kinds of things can be found in your local soils, including microorganisms capable of disrupting circulation, hence the pallor. The bruises are not caused by trauma. A hematoma appears when blood vessel walls are damaged, either by an external force or, as in this case, an illness. And the infection can be contracted from contact with earth. We found our diagnosis. You're a genius, Mr. Denkovsky. We're lucky to have a simple and clear case on our hands. I can foresee it's going to get worse from here. Bravo to you anyway. You're a true master of medicine. So the patient has the sand pest alongside. What's the other diagnosis? I'm going to fill in the patient's record now, and then you can read my verdict. What about me, Doctor? Where am I to go now? What happens next? You will remain here under observation, and your blood will be used for the vaccine. There's hope that everyone can benefit from this. Okay. So... She had a fever. No ulcers, though. I think she had sinuses, right? No. Is there pale skin somewhere? Would it be ichthyosis? Oh, it'd be eczema, wouldn't it? Man, oh, hematomas. Okay, there we go. Paleness. Fevers. Hematomas. Paleness. Anemic vasculopathy. It's gotta be it, right? Someone that fits everything. Okay, there we go. Gonna go. Yeah. No, journal. Thoughts today. First of today's patients, she believes she is healthy. Physical exam. Time to diagnose. All clear here. Off to the next patient. Second patient. Are you gonna burn me? Where did you get that idea? It's not exactly a secret. The whole thing is like putting out a wildfire. If someone's house is under suspicion, it's torched. Someone sneezes, the entire town's district sealed off. Sick and healthy folks alike. And when there's doubt about a healthy person, it's the isolation ward. Then, those who do have the sandpest are marched off and burned. What were your ailments before the epidemic broke out? I didn't have any. Constitution of an ox. Really, none. A cold, maybe. Weak spells, fainting, rashes, or mottled vision. The occasional itch. Mr. Tiny here said I could be useful to you. Before I die, that is. Said you can find something inside me that slows the pest down. So go ahead, find it. What do you need? Do you want to draw some blood from me? Alright then, where did they bring you in from? I walked here, from home. Caught it from my neighbors. Knew as soon as the skin on my chest started peeling away. So I waited a day. Neighbors' screams stopped in the middle of the night. Went to check on them in the morning, and they were all dead. Me, though, I was alive and walking. And now I'm here. Why do you need to know that, Doctor? Any minute detail can reveal something. Let's continue. Do you have family? All on my lonesome. My, look at these palms. Skinnery worker? I'm a dyer. Been breathing in poisons for 5 years now. One day it's red, the next it's blue, then yellow. Could that be why this fever of yours doesn't do me anything? Toxic pigments. It's a possibility. That peeling skin he mentioned, unlikely to be the stone disease, most likely eczema. Heart beats too fast, but that could be a personal trait. So let me immediately put down eczema. Rapid pulse. Back. I like this. This is cool. Okay. See your arms, buddy. Arms reverse. Nothing. But your legs. Dirty feet. Legs reverse. Oh, yeah. Shit. Oh, this is interesting. The skin is yellowed. Something wrong with the liver. Yellowing of the skin. Oh, this is interesting. Rapid pulse, yellowing of the skin, and eczema. Very interesting. Okay. Exit. Have you sorted it out, Doctor? Will I be useful in your remedies? My vaccine. It's a vaccine I'm working on. And please allow me a couple of clarifying questions so I can be certain of your diagnosis. It's the plague, of course. The sand pest thing, isn't it? That's just my Pokemon stuff. The plague, yes. But there's another condition that's prolonging your life. You said it yourself. Your neighbors didn't survive the night, but you're still holding up admirably. Oh, blow me down. 2 ailments making me healthier than I've had only one. But you know best, Doctor. What did you want to... question me, right? Question me all you want. Give me your hand, please. I'll take your pulse. I believe I've noticed your heart behaving erratically. It's too fast. Began running fast not too long ago, Doctor. Could hear it myself, thrashing like it's caught in a snare. Too fast indeed. The skin on your foot is yellowing. Liver conditions can cause this. You ever notice anything like that? Yellowing on my foot. That's dye, Doctor. I'm a dyer. Top spilled once, here's the burn. It's old and it's healed over time. Smaller and paler than before. Well then, thank you. This clarifies things. We can rule out liver disease then. Is that all? Or you got more questions? You complained that the skin on your chest was peeling. It was here, right? On the very middle. I knew right away. Skin turns nasty when you're plagued, right? Eczema? That much is obvious. This symptom can indicate one of 2 diseases. Now to tell them apart. More questions? Ask away, Doctor. Your skin and the eczema together give a clear picture, yes. Finally. I was afraid I'd kick the bucket without helping any science. I can pinpoint the diagnosis now. These 2 symptoms make it certain. So, we take away yellowing of the skin, and we're left with burning fever. Right? Yeah, those are the only 2 things. I guess not all things happen, but eczema and rapid pulse, yeah. Alright. Interesting that people's immune systems acting up is what's keeping them alive for long. And that's the story of my life and times up to the present moment. But why do you want all these details from me? A half hour's worth of talking and it was all beside the point. Thought you'd be interested to know why the sandpest can't get me. Because I certainly find that fact interesting. I'd even say amazing. None of what you told me was beside the point. Everything was important. Especially your chickenpox at age 6. You sure you're not overstating my importance, Doc? Right. Olgimsky corked the termitary shut. And you've been guarding it for... is it 6 days? Since Tuesday. This is the 3rd time you're asking me. Well, that's why you just trust me so. Are you quite sure that everyone inside is healthy? Is there no way a disease could sneak in? Who knows? At first they said there'd been a blowout of some kind of sweet sort, settled on the walls later, looked like mold. Well, the kin was worried. They like bees and how they respond to things. As soon as one makes a noise, the rest run quiet as well. There was a mighty buzz in the hive, perhaps on account of the poisonous sort. Conditions are tough at the cannery, you know. What are the people in there saying? They're shouting. Lots of clamour. And a nasty kind of clamour too. That's what you'd expect. They're not having a great time stuck in there like pickles in a jar. No regular meals. Not enough drink to go around either. The place is, after all, a poorhouse. Our fat man treats his people like cattle. Getting through the day is a struggle. Small wonder they're slamming into walls. If it was up to me. The Olgimskis called them worms, don't they? The venerable Vlad described your primordial kin to me as being essentially beasts. You can't lock up a living creature against its will. That's how you turn people into proper beasts. But surely so much as hinting at that to our Gimskis, yes, men. The dead drunk on power. It used to be alright working with them, but now I can't stand those guardsmen. Those guardsmen. There we go. Alright, let me ask you this. What time of day do you feel worse than usual? All the time. Used to be as hard as a bull wrangler, but now I have trouble even standing up for too long. I get drowsy, my knees give out, it's embarrassing. I feel like I'm falling on everyone. Failing everyone. Have you been easily fatigued like this for a long time? I don't take a great interest in my own person, Doctor. Got enough people to spend my attention on as it is. But I have trouble doing my job because of this. It's a rugged man's job. Disrobed under your undergarments, my good guardsman. I'm going to examine you. And since you're so preoccupied with my work as a security guard, here's my advice to you, Doctor. You're being too heavy-handed. This lockdown of yours is making people seethe. And a cauldron can only seethe for so long before the lid flies off, even if you screw it down. I would certainly take note of this pertinent critique if I had any other options. Strange redness. A rash? Bites? Something else? There are red spots on his face, too. Okay, let's go ahead and mark that. Bites. Maybe ulcers. What do you say? A rash, maybe. Oh. Sorry. I was not done. Rash. Right back. Arms. Legs. The veins are definitely damaged. The question is, how old is the damage? Vein damage. Yeah, we're going to be knocking some of these off, but for now, I'll go ahead and mark off ulcers. Oh, that's gnarly. Okay. Let me go, will you, Doctor? I don't understand this commotion about me. What makes me so special? Besides, I've got work to do. Work? I'm sorry, but you're going to have to forget about your work for now. You must remain at the hospital. I used to go and locked up people. Now I've been locked up myself. That's life for you, isn't it? The kind of joke life plays. It's not the same, frankly. I don't see the point of the termitary lockdown. It's desperation from the Olgimskis. Meanwhile, here you can serve the common good through the vaccine. Oh, I was just musing to myself. What do you want me to do? Do I need to give blood, or maybe take a pill? Before we get to the blood and pills, there will be more questions. I'm ready to answer a few. Told you my entire life story, Doctor, and you still want more? Ask away then. The veins in your legs don't look very healthy. Have you ever noticed that before? My legs? They're that way all the time. I spent standing up. That way from all the time I spent sitting up. It's my job as a security guard. 16 hours of standing every day, and the old Gimski won't spare a stool for us to sit down. Says it's not the proper way. Bad for discipline. It's imperative to ascertain whether this is a genuine symptom or a false one. You're quite lost in thought, Doctor. Am I really that complicated? Can't wrap my head around little old me being at the center of this brouhaha. There is a syndrome that fits the description, but it mostly affects drunks. So I'd like to ask you, good sir, do you consume alcohol? Do you do it on a regular basis? In what quantities? A quantity best described as God forbid. In my line of work, you must be alert. So my basis hasn't been regular since last year. Quite the contrary, I've been abstaining. Can't stand a drinker myself. Your diagnosis depends on it. Do you understand? Your diagnosis. As far as I'm concerned, you're just 5 liters of blood packed into a person. I'm telling you. It's not regular. I don't have the habit, period. I'm gonna look over it one more time because this right here. Hold on. Is there red spots? So I want to ask him about that as well, but all right, hold on. The one is it Twirine syndrome. Twire-based alcohol products. Okay, it would be this one that we're worried about. Skin redness, hematomas. Well, no, not hematomas, because that's not the worry. Okay. Not all. I'm trying to figure it out, dog. Oh, weakness. That's right. I gotta ask. I gotta mark that down. My bad. Yeah. No, I can't in good conscience put my stamp on a diagnosis. I don't have enough information, not without home inspection or neighbors' testimonies. I'm going to your house, sir. My house? Why on earth, Doctor? I can understand talking to me, feeling me up from head to toe, collecting my blood, but searching my home like I'm some bandit. What did I do wrong? You're not at fault at a If anyone's to be blamed here, it's me, for not spotting enough symptoms for for a definitive diagnosis. Well, not at all what I expected from a man of medicine. Going off to break into my house, imagine that. Don't worry, I won't touch anything. I just need to take a look around. Okay. So I need to go... to this man's house. I wonder how long I've been going for. Oh, just above an hour. Something crazy. Yeah, Ukarnieri Bainaki. Mendi Erden. Amaka. Bedene Uke. Gara Uki. He wishes you many years of life, Erden. The bulls I vaccinated yesterday. Have you brought them? Shiyamar. Ene de tebish. I'm not even gonna try anymore. That's a herb bread though. Amaka. The bulls were stolen, Erden. Or maybe your bulls perished even. Mother Vado knows where. So have they died or have they been stolen? You're dissembling. Stop it. Look, I'll return in an hour. And if they're not here... Locals don't even turn their heads. Yeah, that's how they dress around here. I suppose our big city ways would seem just as wild to them. Yeah. Mostly naked. Alright. Where the hell do I need to go? So I need to go around. Okay. I see now. Well, that's fun. Dangerous district. Pay attention. Cannot be traversed using a map. You have to find an arch of block that isn't blocked. Oh, it's a changeling. Listen to me, Bastion. Please just set our differences aside. They're accusing me of being the Sand Plague itself. Once I learned that you woke up on the eve of the epidemic in an empty grave with no memory, you seemed a perfect candidate for patient zero. Don't laugh at me. You know I'm helping you. We're in this together, working towards a goal. We're just different, so we each do it in our own ways, however we can. Clara, you're extremely suspicious. And that's a fact I call you duplicitous and two-faced. That wasn't me. Not me, but my double. My twin sister I didn't know. I told you, and her respects yours too. He didn't believe me, and for some reason, even though he did see us two together. These are the orderlies who arrested you, right? You came from outside the district, they would have just sent you away. So you must have stuck in from inside. It's the other way around. I just feel where the infection will erupt next. And I go there to help. Please, you have to believe me. I had a single reason to believe you. If anyone, it's she who's ruining my reputation. My twin sister. She must be here somewhere. Try looking around, you might be able to catch her. Will you believe me then? No one has ever seen the two of them together. Not even Barack. And neither will I. Saved, only relieved the suffering. Wait, what? It's combating my mind. Objective judge shift the cursor around the page and it's land within the highlight zone for the dying person's heartbeat spikes. Overdosing will amplify suffering and I must alleviate it. Oh god. I think I'm fucking this up completely. Death. Failed to use the patient's pain. I think I just wasted all those drugs. It's fine. Doing it, huh? Oof.
Enough.
I'm almost through it.
I'd rather not hear it all.
Right? Yeah, this way. I'm gonna go through it. amalgam. Okay, I've made it through. Oh. No one threatens me. Locals are used to barter. Here they exchange microbes. Philistines. Even now they think of their belongings. So it does reduce my thing a little bit. I know I have to care about things. Wait. Hi, I'm about to kill myself. No signs of sand past. Signs of being beaten. Life on the margins of society. Yeah, you're cool.
Think.
Okay, that did help though. Hold on. Hey, I'm back, baby.
Think. Damn it.
Let's use that one. And there we go. I'm in a good place. Alright. Should be right there. God. So, consumable use is going to be way more common. Huh. Weird. Filat's neighbor. I just mopped that floor, now you're walking all over it. It took forever to scrub clean, you know? Apologies. I'm not very good at walking in a handstand. My legs always veer off to the left for some reason. Stop with that clowning, will ya? First he's turning the bathroom upside down. But it's ours only one for all these apartments. For these apartments. People wash their kids here. Take their own baths on Tuesdays and Thursdays. They keep it clean. And now there's you with your remarks. Bet you're a pal of Filat's, aren't ya? Filat is in the hospital now. He's under observation. I'm here to find out how he got sick. So, Filat's in the hospital. Perhaps that's for the best. I take it the trash bathroom is his handiwork. Yes, his. Is he often this out of control? What kind of person is this? Typical of is an easy guess. You often get this with drunks. One moment he sits here quietly, and then he's delirious all of a sudden. With all this ruckus and mess, at least he didn't punch anyone out. I interviewed Filat, and he said he stayed away from alcohol. He didn't drink before. Go ahead and look out that window. The town's fallen to pieces. It's enough to make a saint start drinking. It's like people have gone crazy. Some grabbed a bottle, some grabbed a knife. It's hard to stay human. Everyone's inner beast is looking to break out. So you know for certain that Philot trashed the place in a drunken haze? Or is that just what you're assuming? Well, what do you think happened? He didn't just trash the shared bathroom. He was sick all over it. The whole place was a mess. I thought I'd never get it clean. Do you know what it's like to mop up someone else's vomit? How would a smart dresser like you know that, huh? Philot vomited, that's what matters. It's a symptom that hasn't been noted before. Have you figured out everything you needed? I'd like to finish with the cleaning here. The kids from downstairs will be here soon to wash their hands before eating. They'll be better off if they don't see this mess. Just a minute. Is there anything else you can tell me about Philot? Do you happen to know any illnesses he's had in the past? Chronic or acute? Whatever you can remember. No, that man was never sick. Strong and tough as a cart horse. And I mean, I could easily imagine him pulling an actual cart. That was why they hired him to guard the old Gimsey meat cannery back in the day. You two talk more often at that time, right? Don't worry about my yawn, miss. If you ask me, Philot might be built for the job, but it's not a job for him. The termitary needs security to make sure the steppe brutes aren't beaten about town, but he was getting sentimental about them. That's why he and I fell out. We argued about whether worms and herb bribes were our equals. Some security guard. You argued with me too, about whether it's right to keep people locked up in the face of a looming epidemic, about whether people should ever be isolated for their own good. What a thing to say. Stop trying to confuse me. I don't have time to pick your philosophizing apart anyway. I've got a bathroom to finish cleaning. Philot got into philosophizing too, and it destroyed both our friendship and made him an alcoholic. There's no good in that. Can we go back to his drinking once more? Your delirium hypothesis is logical, but it's still only a conjecture. In fact, his denial of drinking habits sounded very sincere to me. Who wants to confess to something shameful like that? The thing is, lifelong sots are proud of it, and it's the newly made ones who are ashamed. I hope he's ashamed. If anyone's darn guess if he is, it's anyone's darn guess if he is. It's like he's become a completely different man. For all I know, he's lost all sense of himself at this point. Gone completely off his rocker. Off his rocker. There's something new again. Are you just talking about the bathroom incident, or is there any other evidence that he's off his rocker? He has episodes, you know. Before he trashed the bathroom, I'd hear this muttering coming from behind his door every night. And he lives alone, no family, no one visits him. My husband and I used to be his only friends. He started talking to himself, and that's a sure sign. Maybe you're right after all. The hallucinations do point towards delirium. Well, what are we done now? God. I have my limits too, you know. Mopping floors is hard enough, but bad-mouthing a former friend is harder. I'm sorry for the poor dummy. Where's Philot's room? I'd like to take a look before I go, after all. It's further down the hall. Here's the key. I've got work to do. Been breaking my back for half a day here. Whose fault is it? A fool who's also a drunk now. Poor soul. You've been very helpful. So, hallucinations. Hallucinations. What was it? Vomiting and nausea, yeah. I mean, yeah. Which one was it? Here we go. Saying bye now, Erdem. Oh, this is news. The neighbor told me Phelant lived alone. By Shia Garga. I Canran. Karanap. You're angry. She on there, Eripshi. I have no idea what you're saying. Hello, Erdem, I said. Why have you come? Alright, Erdem. This is what you call scientists, right? I've got nowhere to go. By Galladay, don't kick me out, Erdem. You feel that son? Don't look much like him. Not going back to the Warren. The Warren? Oh, you must be from the Termitary. You're just who I need. You people call it the Termitary. Aida Hamni, Hirin. Smell like danger. Bolish by a leash. Go your own way. Will you tell me what's in there then? In detail, please. People are there. Katang. What else do you want? We live there. You're hiding your eyes, lad. I don't think you're telling me the whole truth. Look, it's better if you don't joke around with me. I'll tell, just let me go. There's a crow hole out of the warren. A Kai Fila watches it. Help me go around the Inga guards. Tere namai abarba. Akai Filad seems like a savvy fellow himself. How much did he charge you for his help? Meden, Ogye. Hara, Ogye. So Filad took you in. That hallucination of his was you? It was you he was talking to in the night, not voices in his head. Akai Filad took in, hid, sheltered, so no one sees. No one returns me to the warren. Bi Koblo. Kododoho. Bayare. Kurgabe. Talk quietly. Zilig. Nogohan. Yaza. Shisherneb. So no one hears. Your neighbor heard anyway. But don't worry. She thought Phelan was out of his mind. If you keep quiet, she won't notice you. Where's Akai Phelan? Yun Baloho. How is he? Finally, some sensible talk. He's in the hospital. He's ill. I'm a doctor, and I need to find out what he's ill with. Will you help me? I will. Namdati. Tailakergi. Diri. Taib. Akai Filat sickens. I saw it. He sickens. Does Phelan drink? Vodka, wine, those step herb infusions of yours? At first glance, I can't see a single bottle. Not a drop. Strict on himself. Doesn't allow me either. Kadin Shengi Gato. So the neighbor was mistaken after all. Perhaps she wanted to be mistaken out of spite. The reasons don't really matter, though. What matters is that he wasn't drinking.
How else can I help? Save a kai filat, irdam. Beshamma. Asunab.
Stay put, don't you sneak away. I need to look around, and then I'll ask you more in a bit. Okay, I need to take a look. Oh yeah, I should probably... Wet rags on the bed, huh? Used to put them on his forehead. It's a possible fever. Oh yeah, I gotta take out hallucinations. Also, hold on. I'll keep bothering and nausea going, just in case, but we might be able to rule out some of this. Alcoholism not confirmed. Who would eat it? Even rats would probably be disgusted. I think he... yeah. No label on the pills. Can't tell what they are from the appearance. Filot took them. Did he know he was sick? Never claims Filot is a drunkard. He's trashing the house, talking with voices in his head. Oh boy.
Same by them.
Now that you've promised to help me,
Will you tell me what happened to Filot? I will. Namda. Tailekiagi. Yertype. A guy Filot sickens. I saw it, he sickens.
I found some pills, medicine. What are these? Who's taking them?
We don't use these in the steppe. Bebata bekir. Medene. And medenegyo.
Good.
A guy Filot said they're not there so the head doesn't ache.
Another symptom. Good.
Said hurt, Teresaboho.
These rags on the bed look like they were using a compress, providing something hot or cold over an injury. Do you know anything about that?
I do. En hein em nelg. A guy Filot was hot, tossed and turned. I put cold on him.
So he had a fever. You didn't mention it during the interview.
I worry for him.
Stay put. Don't you dare sneak away. I need to look around and I'll ask you more in a bit. First, I need to take some drugs, apparently. I need to go to casebook. To mark. Headache. And fever. God, there's so much you could be sick with. Hold on. Hold on. Stop. Trying to look around. Stop making me... Why does that build up so quickly? God damn. Hey, you got any drugs in here? 2 patients turned... Since he got sick from alcohol, this is where Filot threw up, even though he denies inebriation. Hey, kid. Damn. That's rough. Oh. God damn it. Do I have to watch this whole thing? Now it's on the other side. Alright. Oh, that was weird. Why does apathy build up that quickly? What the hell? Okay, at least it dropped me lower. Because Jesus Christ, I was in a bad spot. Like someone told me. Where does Felon live? I'm actually gonna see if I can get some loot real quick. Because I need drugs. We had our kids. He was like a brother to my husband. I helped him out his whole life. Cleaning and cooking, whatnot. He was alone with no one to take care of him. Wasn't too much trouble for me. Feeling I was lucky to have you. The sort of friends your age isn't typical of Felon. I interviewed Felon. He said he stayed away from alcohol. Hallucinations and vomiting on his record. This isn't the right person. Yeah. Okay. Probably for me in this fucking room. I'm gonna take a step outside, because goddamn. Ugh. It's probably what it is, right? It's just that room is rough, right? Okay, hold on. I know.
Migraine. Yes, this is a migraine.
Oh, there you go. So listening to music puts your apathy down. Okay. That makes things so much easier. Holy shit. Alright. What am I missing? What the hell am I missing? Read it. Is there anything else? Let's see. Balls. Notice anything interesting besides how gross it is in here? No idea what you're saying. I guess you're myself. Oh, there we go.
Hungry. We need it. Minge, ye guy. I feel that's not rich. Boast of a lad pays the guard so little. Caru. Wasn't it for one, not enough with me. Hard to feed two. Guy feel that walks, looked for cheap food, they cheated, sold rottens. Moo, kinyas.
I understand the difficulty of your situation. Noble deeds come at a cost.
This is scarier them. Be, I gep. Never thought to eat the rots. Even the guy feel that for babe. Then his hunger came. Crazy like. Less skellin. Grabbed everything, gobbled everything. Took away, hid, told him bad, rotten, will hurt. He didn't listen. Like possessed by some hungry beast.
You never noticed such indiscriminating behavior before. The change in feeding pattern is certainly telling.
Never saw a man with bad food like that. Inez Zagatti.
Okay, bulimia. These rats in the bed look like they were used in a compress to find something hot or cold over an injury. Alright, so what I need to do is I need to step outside. And then I need to do... Alright. Not that. Bulimia. Fever. And headache. Neuropathia epidemica. A disease caused by a group of viruses varying with the epidemic focus. Humans contract the virus from animals in their waste. Yeah, if he's working in a canning. The disease begins acutely with fever, rapid heartbeat, nausea, and or vomiting, accompanied by headache and photophobia. After 3 days, a rash appears on the skin. There you go. And facial flushing becomes evident. The disease causes internal bleeding, leading to the patient's death. Risk groups, people in contact with animals and rural residents. He is both. Alright. Is that not everything? Oh, there we go. Okay. What is this mousetrap doing here? Is it just in case? Are there actual mice in this place?
Lots of them. Bold. Walk here like it's their home.
Mice and rats spread disease. Diagnosis is coming to mind at once, but I need to double check.
Townsfolk live in houses. Call us feast. Cleaner in step. Better. They know nothing. Tenex on.
So, mice, headache, fever, hunger, the vomiting, fatigue, and skin reddening. The veins are ruled out. What happened in the bathroom? The neighbor says, feel not drunkenly.
No, he doesn't drink. Erte Kenner. He'd eaten bad food, couldn't keep it down. Didn't want to make a mess in here, so he went where he could do it. And there, Jan, water's there for washing. Kai Filat said water scared him. Heard the dripping, went crazy. Can a man be scared of water, Erdem? Jan is life.
Got scared of water for no apparent reason to trash the bathroom. This is an extremely rare symptom. It should sort it all out. Thanks, kiddo. Hydrophobia. Yeah. Neuropathia epidemica. So, he got a brain disease because it, I should listen to some music before I head out.
lot.
There we go. That's stress, if I had to guess. Oh, you have bullets. Fun. Go back to the marrow. Nope. I'm going in the wrong way, I think. Huh. But I also can't go this way, so yeah.
I could use some quiet.
Ah, that's funny. So I can use those to recover while I'm on the go.
You're too high strung. Misophonia, Denkovsky?
Alright.
It was quiet in Thanatica.
Damn it. I should be able to just go.
A sennight of good life do you hear them? Here are your bowls. Becara, are you still not glad to have them?
Where are those Odong of yours? The ones that came this morning. Actually, glad to hear it. But are you quite certain that these are the same bulls?
Can you not tell bulls' faces apart? You can't even tell a dong apart by their faces, Agesh. We are all the same to him, like beasts.
By the way, How come you're here and not the Odong? Are you afraid I'll punish them for their carelessness?
You've insulted them. The worms don't want to deal with you anymore. The worms believe you're a bad man. A churlish, ungrateful man, my king.
My Ekime. This can't be done without Barak, after all.
Are you going to take our bull's blood?
I am, but later. For now, leave them here. Theater? Yeah, okay. Bull. Finally, I've been waiting for you, Dr. Dekovsky. As you can see, I've allowed our volunteer orderlies to leave on a break, but they'll all return as soon as you give the word. Good. Rest is necessary. Let them have their smoke and visit their families. Who knows? They might not get a chance. Consider it done. What of the third patient, Fila? The termitary guard. Do you have a diagnosis? I haven't put him to sleep yet, though he might be useful to you again. I need to verify a few things with Filat. Just be sure to put it in the document, and stamp it too. Thank you. In such chaos, it might slip my mind. But first I'll have a word with Filat. Here you are. What took you so long, Doctor? Did my mice detain you? I met a mouse in the apartment. A huge one, the size of a teenage boy. You wouldn't happen to know how it crawled from the cellar. So you met him? Tried to protect him with everything I had. I went to your hospital so you wouldn't catch it from me. If we just talked right from the start, we wouldn't have wasted all this time. You stalled an entire hospital. I've never been a good liar. If I told you too much, you'd know that someone was changing my bandages. That I needed money to feed 2 mouths. So I talked as little as I could. Of course you did. In medicine, dealing with people is much more difficult than all the test tubes and measured doses. Nothing to hide now. Sure, I led the boy through a hidden passage away from the slaughterhouse, but he's just a kid, Doctor. It was hardship that brought him to the cannery. And just like that, Fat Vlad put him to work. Young or old, it doesn't matter to the Glimskis. Old Gimskis. They send everyone to the factory. It's not my place to judge you. What you did is noble, but stupid. Conscienti cosa. I'm no hero, but I was taught to draw the line somewhere. I treat people like people. Period. I've done what I could. So you're saying you'd let more people out if you had more authority in such decisions? They'll starve people to death in the cemetery. Not just there either. While you were out, I've had people in the hospital. Aren't you the tyrant who ordered a quarantine? My task is to save as many lives as possible. Yes, that does require some restrictions and discipline. Those are dangerous games you play, Doctor. I'm not the only one who doesn't like restrictions. Today people endure. Tomorrow too. But in the days that follow, they'll erupt. I told you. You can humiliate a living being without suffering consequences. And this imprisonment humiliates the town a second time. You try to shame me as if the quarantine were some whim I had. If only we had another way.
This won't end well, I tell you. Neither of us can tell the future. And Philat, I came to talk about your diagnosis. Drink this glass of water, please, before we continue. Ugh, take that away. I can't stand hearing this sloshing. Getting it away. The decisive symptom has now been confirmed. This is enough to make the diagnosis. I've checked the records. You've diagnosed all three of the oddities who didn't quickly die from the plague. You're a mental giant, a luminary. We still don't know if my diagnoses are correct. We have awaited your verdict with bated breath. What next? The vaccine. Searching the town for more people with the same symptoms as these three? The search, then the vaccine. The blood of those lucky enough to resist the plague should help the others too. Consider it done. And after that, how much culture should we take? What temperature should we heat it to? Don't be overzealous with drawing blood. 450 milliliters at most. Otherwise, the weakened patients won't make it. We've gotten it down in the last 2 nights. We'll manage without supervision, I promise. But without fear that we ever disgrace you. So, Dr. Dinkovsky, sir, do you give us permission to proceed? Should we start? If we don't vaccinate anyone tonight, there will be 300 deaths. 5 we do and my work has errors. This is so damn difficult every time. What's going on? I couldn't hear you. Do we begin or not? Go. We do. A bunch of Latin shit. Just gonna do something right quick. Cause take all. Take all. Because Jesus. Alright. Oh, I did, I think. Hold on. A button. And a bullet. Snap out of it. Huh? Get to work. You're an embarrassment.
Huh? Oh.
Oh, so you can just kick on it. Kick things. Alright.
I forgot that there's so much of the world. Once Dankovsky, now 1,000 fragments of Dankovsky.
Calm down there, buddy. Alright, where am I supposed to go? I'm just supposed to leave. All diagnoses were correct. All right. I'm just supposed to go home then. Just run over to this guy over here and then fast travel over.
Doctor, we're rotating. Leaving, that is. Abandoning, our post. The reason being, well, we didn't sign up for this. They've gone and armed themselves. Not petty thieves, no. These are proper... Oh, what's the word? Thugs. They shoot, Doctor. They stab. It's really unheard of around here, raising a knife against your fellow man. We're unarmed. It's fine, I'm armed. Saying you've got it in you to kill a living, breathing person? We'll see, won't we? Doctor, you're looking at today from the what's the word? Lens of yesterday. We weren't afraid then either. Lots of people trying to get inside plague districts like this one. The thing is, yesterday they weren't shooting, they weren't stabbing. Today is, as they say, a whole different beast. They had humanity, and now they really don't. We have an epidemic. They have side effects, violence, dissolution of boundaries, desperation. I foresaw all of this. I'm afraid not, Doctor. We're volunteers. We took no oath. Fair enough. You took no oath. You'll truly abandon the town to such a fate. Not letting thieves in and sick out fine. Putting yourself in front of a bullet or a blade, well, to say it again, that's a whole different beast. The fact you brought us to the state is, thought-provoking. Again, really unheard of. And on that note, as they say, we take our leave. Yes, you're volunteers. Horrified by such inhumanity, as you said yourself. Go and stop it.
Every creak, like a gunshot.
I saw something.
The town drools.
There he is. Hold it.
Just a little bullet. Ow, dude. Hey,
Come over here.
stop. Okay. What? Now I'm kind of angry. Oh my god. That should not be where I save. Sorry. No, fuck off. Oofda. Wait, did I grab all the shit? Oh, I didn't. Of course I didn't. Ugh.
Who's staring at me through the looking glass?
Oh, I may as well go die again.
Damn them.
Oh, did he not give me bullets? Alright.
Is it fun, Denkovsky?
Got you. Come here.
God, you walk backwards so slowly.
Hey, you. Hold it. Come over here.
My head hurts enough as it is.
Come here.
Cause problems.
Stop right there. He is. Got you. You
Oh
bet
my
me.
god, leave me alone.
Come over here. There he is. Where are you going? Hey,
Hey, stop.
you. Hold it. Just wait till next time. Come here, coward. Got you. Out of ammo. Hold it. You better run. Come over here. Where are you going? He's out of ammo.
Stop.
Hey,
I'm so angry. I'm so angry. Why?
Tired of this noise. It's more honest now.
What is that? Okay. By the way, I have a gun now. Or I have a bullet now, rather. And try one more time. If I don't get it, I'll pick this back up later. I know this game is hard, but goddamn.
Boiling, crackling, screeching, living.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd rather not hear this.
there he is. Got you.
no, don't leave him.
Hey, you. Closer.
Vibrant. Everything's so vibrant.
You're not going anywhere.
Do you want to die?
Come back. Come over here.
Ah, fuck.
Got you. Closer. Just wait. There he is. Get back here. You better
Don't
run.
pull me towards you.
Hold it. Hey, where are you going? Come here.
Okay. Fuck, dude. Looking good. first real quick. To my right.
There he is. Come over here.
Stop. Going for it. Jesus fucking Christ. I did it. I can trade with kids. Hey kid, come here. You have a bullet? No? Okay. Where am I heading to? Oh, I'm like right there. Let's just go inside then. Journal. Today. Soul of Stillwater. Laurel Ava waits to share an uneven conversation with me. She's not alone. But our talks become a part of Bachelor Dankovsky. This her?
It wasn't me. Don't look at me like that.
Your voice sounds way too young. You're back, and just in time. You know, a mob is slowly gathering outside the house. Oh wait, I didn't. Fuck, it's fine. I did. They peer into the windows. They're planning something. Deliberating. Sometimes they carry torches and sometimes stakes. I think they're up to wickedness. I'll go out and check so you don't worry. Don't. Please don't. For my sake. I'll be careful. If you decide to go out and check after all, please take me with you. And how are you going to help me, Ava? Or no, there's no need. I won't be there long. Let's see. Wait, let's talk a little first, like we always do. You said it yourself yesterday. When you're talking to me, it's like talking to a cat. It's the only way to sort your thoughts. You must have brought so many new thoughts with you. Tell me. No, Ava. No. He's a shithead. But I'll say the nice one. No, Ava. I was wrong then. You're not a cat. Sorry for that arrogant thing I said. I've changed now. Well, you tell me. You see, well, first of all, it's clear the Sandpass can't be defeated by ordinary means. We are so short on time. Creating a vaccine takes weeks, and I don't even have days. Which means we must do something different. But what? How do we find an opening? You believe Simon would help you if you found out where he was? I need water. Oh. Simon. I sense he's behind it all. His disappearance, the missing body, the huge coffin in an empty grave, the note supposedly written by him. It all makes you think. Either this is some kind of conspiracy, or he's playing a murky game with me. I must find him. Keep talking. I'm human. I'm an intelligent, industrious, courageous human. A good specimen. One of the finest. And still, I have too many limitations. Solving these problems takes something greater. A stream, if you will. Instead of a point. I must pass through several apertures at once.
Go on then. Keep talking. I understand.
Wait. What's that noise outside?
I told you. There are people, and they're scaring me. But our conversation is more important. It will never happen again.
It will. I'll remember where we left off. Okay. I could make some medicines, or I guess I could not. Hey, another bullet. I'll take it. God. Hey, it's really bad out there.
I need sleep.
It's so hard on you, poor thing. Look, some of your hair has turned grey in the past days. You're a learned man. Why does it do that? Someone's hair really grey so suddenly.
Hold on, Ava. We're in danger. Let's drop this idle talk.
See? I told you so. That talk remains in the past, and it won't happen again. What's happening out there? What do they want?
I made one mistake.
Just one. What mistake?
Now you're making fun of me.
Do you know how to make it right?
Yes. You see, I was trying to tune down the panic and stop the infection from spreading. So I issued some harsh decrees on quarantine measures. Ugh. Sorry, Ava, I'm also really tired. I told everyone to stay home. No talking, no sneaking out. Not everyone found this enjoyable.
People feel they are powerless. That all they can do is wait for the sand test. Wait for death. It's so hard to wait.
It all piled up rather unfortunately. The regular supply train run was running late, and the quarantine was very sudden. Many people lacked necessities. Food, medicine, water, and much more. The town became a rat trap, and a cornered rat.
Pounces on the cat, and then overcomes it sometimes.
I've thought it all through. I'll revoke the decree, right now. It won't get any worse. No one complied with it anyway. Just led to exasperation. No sanitary measures. There's no authority. There's no authority here. Just anarchy and chaos. To hell with it. I'm revoking the decree this instant.
Is it not too late?
I guess we'll see. I'm coming upstairs.
Oh, a boy came here recently. Agitated, angry, carrying some papers. I gave him bread and dried apples. He's upstairs by the table you sign all your papers at.
Dried apples. When I brought them yesterday, they were for you, you know. Anything I can punch real quick.
I know the lines too. How else could I find my way around all the attics, and the cellars, and those twisty yards?
So they made a bunch of decrees about the town. There weren't enough already. Told me to bring them to you for approval.
For review, not approval. I'll only approve them if I find them at least minimally sensible.
You'll have to ask the higher-ups. I just bring you what I'm given. You decree, we carry it out instantly. You got full authority 2 days ago, didn't you? So use it. We'll obey. As far as I'm concerned, roosters do the crowing. Who cares if the sun doesn't rise?
Yes. And I'll use that authority to lift the quarantine. Can't get worse than it already is. Oh. Move it. That's really funny. What rations do I have? Oh, change to 3. I think that's fine.
It's all too easy to unravel into shreds and patches.
Remember our request? There are 500 kids at the polyhedron right now. 522 to be precise, not counting me. The tower supports our weight just fine. Don't order the evacuation. It must not happen.
God. We agreed yesterday that I'd make no promises until I've conclusively studied what keeps your impossible tower standing.
It's a perfect isolation ward. It's above ground, made of glass, across the river. We're not in any danger of contracting the sand pest.
You're in danger of this tower collapsing, which, unlike the sand pest, would have a 100% fatality rate.
Do I understand you correctly that you no longer regard the sand pest as a threat?
What makes you think that?
You lifted the quarantine. I think we agreed you'd stop calling me kid.
I just signed the decree. The ink hasn't even dried.
You're living in some special timeline of your own, Dr. Dinkowski. For all I know, it might have taken you a fairly long time to sign the decree. In the meantime, the weather has turned fair, and the quarantine is nothing but a memory. Go outside and see what you've wrought.
I'll go have a look. My decrees aren't usually this popular in your town.
That's cool.
Oh, my bad. The fuck was that? Thought the quarantine and the plague has come to my doorstep. Damned if I do. What are you telling me, noseless one? Yeah. And clearing these guys off. Ugh. Just gonna take some drugs about it. Hey, you got problems? Do cocaine about it.
Tolerable. Half a tone louder.
Much better. Alright. Okay.
Why so jittery, Denkovsky?
Am I supposed to make my way?
I am not your foe. I love you. Do not push me away.
That's fun.
Hello, Doctor. Thank you for clearing the way for me.
I can assume that this is a case of damned if you do, damned if you don't. As my colleague Barack would put it.
You're not. You're just a smart fellow who finally understood that I'm a blessing, not a curse. That Simon of yours figured it out long ago, by the way. That's why he allowed me into town. That's why he took my communion.
Is that why he died?
Oh, Bachelor. He hasn't died. He's just looking in the wrong direction. He excluded time from the world, and thus became immortal. He's dying. Suffocating. We're living, rotting, thriving, all at once. He found a way.
Just a minute. Give me some time to think.
I can wait. I have time aplenty. An infinite amount.
And where's my nearest clock? My sundial's useless in the plague mist.
Right, there's no more use for sundials. Any sundials anywhere. I've defeated the sun.
It's alright. I don't need the sun anymore. The truth lights my way. I'm supposed to run past her. What am I supposed to do?
Crackling, screeching.
Oh, those are increasing my apathy. Don't like that.
It was quiet in Thanatica.
Here we go. Okay, well. I could always do drugs about it. This is just a prologue slash. This is a finding in the house then, maybe?
Can't think like that.
The Lion, the Witch, and the audacity of this bitch. She's still there. If I have a clock anywhere. Does has got to know. Does eyes. There we go. What troubles you, Signar? Your day is over. I'm battling the sand pest, but I'm not getting anywhere. It's too elusive, unknowable. Defeated here, reappears there. There's not enough of me to deal with it. A mire indeed, so let it not your grave become. It may be best to cry surrender. At least you've held on to humanity, a feeble joy, though that may be to you. You can but do the things that can be done, no more. Accept your fate as it so stands. There still could be victory in this. No. I think there is a solution. It hides somewhere unusual. Is that a clock behind you? Is time itself your quarry now? Would you repair the past? Can such a thing be done? Signar, you know the literature on this. A flap of wings hither, a storm thither, though that one tale is yet unwritten. This is of personal importance to me, you see. I want to see Time's underbelly. All sad, but I knew you not to be a Berkelian. I suppose my remaining option is to become one. Then lay your head in sleep. Will you stare into the clock's face as if it were a stereogram or sacred icon? Perhaps it shall become what it is not. I'll just recall what happened 2 days ago. Oh boy, time travel shit. If it does do like actually... Okay. That is the end of it. Oh wait, is that not the end of it?
It wasn't me.
Okay.
Don't look at me like that.
I'll do this and then I'll end it.
Good morning to our guest. Dr. Dunkovsky from the capital. Did you sleep comfortably?
There were no bed bugs. Good enough for me.
I dreamt that I could fly. I rather tried to. Although I did succeed, mine was a strange flight. At no great altitude, and horizontal. Less of a flight than a swift glide above the ground, top an unseen moving platform. But I was yearning for an upward soar, somewhere vertical. And you, what did you dream of?
The usual. An empty street at night, lined with 4 lamps, and at its end, a brick house. I walk towards the house and can't reach it.
Your face is very weary. 30, are you? I'd say you look much older than your years. I like that you have no grey hair. It's coal black. Not raven. That's a different shade from yours. Not a single grey one yet.
I may be gray-haired soon. As things unfold, that day is inexorably getting closer.
You have a troubled day ahead of you. Will you be back tonight? I'll be waiting.
Waiting? What for?
Think you'll be in great need of a listener after this kind of day you'll have today. I'm not being dramatic. I'm just saying a flurry of events awaits you. Many of which stump you.
The wise at nightfall rue the day. We'll see. Alright. And yeah, that's the end of it, I believe, right? There we go. Well, that was... I have a feeling that there's more to it than this. But this was the Pathologic 3 quarantine prologue stuff. Oh boy, I am very tired. Well, let's get this ended and have a good night. Take care.